In this video, we are going to be discussing about the geometric and the harmonic mean. The geometric and the harmonic mean actually is kind of very different from the arithmetic mean. The arithmetic mean is the usual and the normal way of calculating mean, which is average. But in terms of the geometric and harmonic mean, it's kind of different. The only thing about the geometric and the harmonic mean is that it was kind of designed just for a little more form of measurements for this measure center value or the middle value, and also it is not really affected by large numbers, which means maybe if you have a set of values which we have 70, you still have a number which is 200. It's kind of affected when you do the harmonic, the normal, but the arithmetic mean. While in geometric and harmonic mean, large values you are affected, but not as much as it does affect the arithmetic mean. So looking at the geometric mean, which is abbreviated as GM, is the end root product of the values, which means if we're given a set of values n, values in sets, values n, our geometric mean is going to be n over x1 times x2 going to be x1, x2, s3, x4, and so on. See xn. If maybe this is for an ungroup data, but for a group data which you're giving the frequencies maybe in a table, or you arrange it from an ungroup data to a group data, then we're going to have the formula to be n, which is the number of total frequency. Then value of x1 response frequency times value of x2 response frequency times the value of x3 response frequency times value of x4 response frequency. So that's the case for a geometric mean. And for harmonic mean, which is hm abbreviated of hm, we have for an group data n, which is the number of values in the sets, then summation of the inverse or reciprocal of each of the values. This for an group data, and for the group data, so the frequency by data frequency over 1 over the out of space there, sorry. X. So these are the formulas for your geometric and your harmonic mean. It's not that hard to cram. When you solve more examples, you can stick to your head. Just know that geometric mean is like the end root of the products of the values, which means we have 15 values. You're going to be 15 root multiplication of each of these values. As simple as that. And harmonic mean is the total frequency over the summation of the inverse of each of the values. In your mean, you have you just take consideration of the inverse. You just have the summation of the values divided by n. But in harmonic mean, you have your n or the total frequency divided by the total frequency, the summation of the frequency times this. So that's looking into an example. We've been told to find the geometric and harmonic mean in the data given 17, 18, 17. We've been told to find the GM and the arithmetic mean. Well, fine, we're going to do that. Now, basically looking into this, recalling from the formula we're given for our geometric mean, which is this. total number of values a n is equals to 1 to that 6. So our GM is gonna be that 6. So our GM is gonna be 6 roots. Now this is 17. 17 is same 17. You write it 17 times 17. Or we could write it 17 squared times 17 times 18 squared, which is 18, times 19 times 21. That gives us 6. Okay, that's gives us 18.28. Now for our harmonic mean, HM, this is the total frequency here, which is 6 over the summation of each of the inverse of each of the values is going to be 6. Then summation of each of the frequency is function of inverse of each of the values, which is going to be frequency, which, so when we have summation of f over 1x, which is inverse of the values. So for example, this, instead of being the table way and taking most of the time, maybe you're to solve a question, it's not necessarily to put the table, and you have a very limited time, just maybe like a CBT test. You just go straight to the points and put in the right option and go and get that test A. So this summation f 1 over x actually means the frequency times the inverse of each of them. So if we were to see the frequency of 17, which is 2, to be 2 times 1 over 17 plus 2, 1 over 18, 2, this is 1 over 19, 1 over 19. Continue there is sorry, I have a space there. The fact we summing them is due to the fact that we're told the summation of each of them plus 2. Sorry, the frequency of 19 here is 19, is just 1, so it's going to be 1 over 19 plus 1 over 20. 6. So using a calculator, and this is the harmonic mean. So we see that generally the geometric mean is 18.28 and the harmonic mean is 18.16. So we see it's almost similar. Now going in for a group data, we're trying to find the geometric and the harmonic mean given the table values there. Okay, let's quickly go into that. We're given the weekly age, which is the value of x, which is the class. Then we give it the frequency. In the 0 to 10, we have 5. 10 to 20, we have 10. 20 to 30, we have 15. 30 to 40, we have 18. 40 to 50, we have 7. Now we can't just calculate the geometric and the harmonic mean at this point. When you learned how to calculate your arithmetic mean in the group data, we took the middle value, which is what the x bar, which is like the middle value of each of this class. Now we are going to have the middle value is just given by the lower class boundary plus upper class equal to, in this case we have 0 plus 10 over 2, which gives us 5. So this is going to be 5, it's going to be 15, it's going to be 25, 35, and this is going to be 45. Now what is going to be the geometric mean, the GM? Given this formula, we're going to use this formula for our geometric mean. Since it's a group data, we're going to make use of this. Then we tend to have, what is the total frequency here? Total frequency here is 55. So we're going to have 55 roots each of these. So the value of x here is 5 and frequency is 5, so we're going to have 5 raised to power 5 times 15 raised to power 10 times 25 raised to power 15 times 35 raised to power 18 then continue times 45 raised to power 7. If you use a calculator to find the values of this, we're going to have okay. Finally, that's our geometric mean is going to 23.57. And that's the value for our geometric mean. Now going on to harmonic mean, finding HM is going to be sum of the frequency over the frequency times inverse of each value. So if total frequency is 55, so again we're going to have, this is 5, the frequency 5 times inverse of 5, that's 5 over 5 plus, this is 10 times 1 over 15 this is 15 times 1 over 25 this is 18 times 1 over 35 7 So sorry, I'm going to make use of this place. We'll use a calculator, scientific calculator. We're going to have basically knowledge of algebra. I should be able to solve this. Harmonic is definitely going to be 18.73. That's value for harmonic mean. So we are done for harmonic and geometric mean. Please subscribe, like my page, and turn on post notification because I'm definitely going to be doing more and more videos. Not just